The alien princess returned. With a human husband and 2 children, Ambassador Zelthera of the Valorian Empire stood frozen in the grand hall of her ancestral palace, her crystalline eyes widening at the sight before her. 20 solar cycles had passed since her daughter, Princess Liranel, had vanished during a diplomatic mission to the Outer Rim. 20 cycles of mourning, of empty chairs at state dinners, of a mother's heart slowly calcifying with grief, and now here she stood, Liranel, alive and radiant, flanked by a human male and 2 small beings that looked like nothing the ambassador had ever seen. "Mother," Liranel said softly, her bioluminescent skin patterns flickering with nervous energy. "I've returned." The human stepped forward and Zelthera's 4 guards immediately raised their plasma staffs. He was tall by human standards, with dark hair graying at the temples and eyes that held an unexpected warmth. Most remarkably, he showed no fear despite being outnumbered and outgunned in an alien throne room. "Ambassador," he said in flawless Valorian, his accent only slightly betraying his origin, "my name is Marcus Chen. I am your daughter's husband." The word hung in the air like a detonation. Husband. The Valorian court erupted in whispers. "Impossible," Zelthera breathed. "Humans and Valorians cannot—" "The biology alone." "We thought so too," Liranel interrupted, taking Marcus's hand with a defiant gesture that sent another ripple through the assembled courtiers. "But humans have something we didn't account for. They call it adaptability." That's when Zelthera noticed the children. 1 boy, 1 girl, neither more than 7 solar cycles old. The boy had his father's dark hair but his mother's luminescent skin, creating a mesmerizing pattern of stars across his arms. The girl possessed human features softened by Valorian grace, her eyes shifting between 2 colors like a sunset on both their worlds. "Are these—" Zelthera's voice cracked. "Are these my grandchildren?" The little girl broke free from her parents and ran forward with the fearless enthusiasm only children possess. She stopped before the ambassador's throne, tilting her head curiously. "Grandmother," she asked in perfect Valorian, "Mama said you have a garden with crystal flowers. Can we see it?" Something shattered inside Zelthera's chest, not painfully, but like ice melting after an endless winter. She descended from her throne, guards be damned, and knelt before the hybrid child. "What is your name, little star?" "Arya," the girl replied. "And my brother is called Jen. He's shy." The boy approached more cautiously, staying close to Marcus. The human father placed a reassuring hand on his son's shoulder, a gesture so tender, so protective that Zelthera felt her preconceptions crumbling. "How?" she whispered, looking up at her daughter. "How did this happen?" Liranel's expression softened with memory. "My ship crashed on Earth, specifically in a region called Taiwan. Marcus found me in the wreckage. He should have reported me to his government, should have let their scientists dissect my technology and study me like a specimen." She glanced at her husband with unmistakable love. Instead, he hid me in his home, fed me, taught me his language, showed me what humans call compassion. "I couldn't just hand her over," Marcus added simply. "She was injured, scared, and—" he smiled. "She had terrible taste in human food. Someone had to teach her properly." Despite everything, Zelthera found herself suppressing a laugh, her first in 20 cycles. "The biological compatibility?" she pressed. "Valorian physiology and human physiology are fundamentally different. Human geneticists call us the universal adapters," Marcus explained. "We're not the strongest species, not the smartest, not the longest lived. But we're stubborn. Our DNA is remarkably plastic. It wants to survive, to propagate, to bridge gaps. When Lyra and I—" he paused respectfully. "When we fell in love, human and Valorian biology found a way. Our doctors on Earth were astounded," Liranel continued. "We lived quietly on Earth for years, married, had children. But Jen and Arya deserved to know both sides of their heritage. They deserved to know their grandmother." Zelthera looked at the hybrid children, impossible, beautiful, alive. The boy, Jen, had slowly warmed to her presence and was now examining the crystalline formations on her ceremonial robes with scientific curiosity. The girl, Arya, had already made herself comfortable on the throne, declaring it comfy but needs more cushions. "The council will never accept this," Zelthera said quietly. "A human consort, hybrid heirs. They will call it an abomination. Let them. Marcus said with unexpected steel in his voice. Humans have a saying, love conquers all. Your council can debate genetics and propriety. Meanwhile, my children will learn quantum mathematics from their mother and ancient philosophy from their father. They'll swim in Earth's oceans and fly through Valoria's crystal canyons. They'll be bridges between our peoples. And if the council threatens them? Marcus's smile was gentle, but his eyes turned hard. Ambassador, with respect, humans didn't become a spacefaring species by accepting no as a final answer. We're good at protecting our families. Very good. Zelthara studied this human who had stolen her daughter's heart and given her grandchildren. In his stance, she saw what the Valorian Empire had always misunderstood about humans. They were not powerful because of technology or physical prowess. They were powerful because they simply refused to surrender on matters of the heart. You said you can teach them to be bridges, Zelthara said finally. Can you teach an old ambassador as well? Liranel's bioluminescent patterns blazed with joy. Mother, these are my grandchildren, Zelthara declared, her voice carrying through the hall. Half human, half Valorian, wholly mine. And anyone who disagrees can take it up with their grandmother. Little Arya cheered from the throne. Jen smiled shyly. Marcus bowed respectfully. And Princess Liranel embraced her mother for the first time in 20 years, while two species began the slow, messy, beautiful process of becoming family. End.